Let's begin with some breaking news coming in at this hour. Israel has issued evacuation orders to Tehran. The order has been issued in Persian and particularly pertains to District 3 of the Iranian capital, Tehran. The English page of IDF on social media platform X has reposted the Persian message saying that Israeli forces are issuing advance orders for civilians and citizens to evacuate before strikes. We do understand that this area is densely populated. This is the original post by IDF's Persian language page. The long post is followed by an image of the area marked in red, along with a message of evacuation for District 3. This is what the message translates to in English by Google Translate. It reads, and I quote, "Immediate warning to all individuals present in the area indicated on the attached map in District 3 of Tehran. Dear citizens, for your safety, we ask you to leave immediately." It further read, "In the coming hours, Israeli army will take action in the area to attack the Iran regime's military infrastructure." And the last line reads, "Your presence in this area puts your life at risk." It is important to note that Tehran's District 3 is an affluent neighborhood which also houses the Ereb complex, which is Islamic Republic of Iran's broadcasting headquarters. Ereb is sanctioned by the US apart from the state broadcaster. Other key buildings in the area include the headquarters of Iran's Defense Ministry and Defense Research and Innovation Organization. District 3 is a key location given the concentration of government and diplomatic buildings. Let's talk to our correspondent, Susan Teherani, who's joining us live on the broadcast from New York. Susan Teherani, what is the development in the United States following what is happening in Iran and Israel?
Well, I'll tell you about the developments here in the United States and what we're hearing, but let's go back to what District 3 really means for Iran and Tehran. First of all, this is the first time that the Israelis have put out a statement like this that's very specific to a certain district in Tehran. Tehran's districts are very close to one another, so District 2 and District 1 are very close to District 3. This is a very small area in Tehran, and it consists of massive residential buildings along with the IRIB, the Islamic Republic of Iran's broadcasting building, or Jam-e Jam, which you mentioned, which occupies a very large part of this district. But there's also governmental buildings like offices of the Defense Ministry as well, and also research centers. Not to mention, it is also home to many foreign embassies. But nonetheless, these are all intertwined in a very big sports complex, which is used for civilian purposes, sporting, and also adjacent to so many, like I said, small houses, villa houses, and residential buildings as well. So it's going to be very tricky to distinguish between what governmental buildings, where they stand, and where these residential buildings stand. And because these districts are so close to one another, one has to wonder where the residents of this district are expected to go in such short notice to not perhaps be the target. Now, regarding what's happening here, we're hearing from the Wall Street Journal that says that Iranian officials are now keen and sending messages to start renegotiations with the United States on its nuclear program.
Susan Teherani, we also understand that this area, this District 3, is densely populated, and there are concerns that the people who have been ordered to evacuate may not have specific areas to go to.
Yes, as I mentioned, it's very close to District 1 and 2 and 4. These districts are just, they're sort of these, lines that are not really specifically marked. They're usually used for administrative purposes, school districts, for example. Oh, by the way, there are a number of schools also in these districts, notably District 3 as well. So, if you pack up and leave, and if you're an elderly, it'll take you perhaps a little longer, or if you're sick, then if you go to District 2, I mean, it's not that far away from District 3. As you mentioned, Eric, they're very close to one another, and it's very heavily populated, full of restaurants, full of cafes, sort of a northern Tehran neighborhood. That's how it's considered. And it's very, again, heavily guarded because of the IRIB building. There is a lot of police activity always going around. That IRIB building is a huge complex. It's been there even before the 1979 revolution. But also there are, as I mentioned, this big area that's a sports complex, but there's also an area where usually international fairs and whatnot are taking place as well, which is adjacent to that sports complex as well. And over there, again, it's just very close to residential buildings. Again, there's a big hotel in District 1 that's very close to this District 3 that, it's an international hotel, so international guests may be in there. So it's, all of these places they're not like Natanz, for example, the nuclear site where it's far away from residential places. This is a very closely knit district.
All right, Susan Tehran is our correspondent in the United States, in New York to be specific. Susan Tehran, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you.